back to the Kayla Diaz Show. Today we'll be talking about the thrilling Gardner Museum heist with our guest, forensic scientist, Neil Imperial. Hi Neil. So, I've been interested in this heist for a while now. Can you tell us a bit of background information?
So the museum was built in 1901 and it contained over 15,000 pieces of art. And the heist happened on March 1990, about 90 years later after it was built. The robbers stole 13 pieces of art that are worth $500 million.
Who are the victims of this heist?
So there was a security guard named Richard Abbott and a second security guard who was unknown.
Can you tell us a little bit of information of Richard Abbott?
Yes, during the time of the heist, Abbott was playing for a band and working night shift in the museum. The other security guard is unknown, as mentioned previously.
So let's move on. What occurred during the heist?
During the time of the heist, the museum was updating their security system and Abbott was working night shift, and suddenly two men who were dressed up as police officers buzzed into the security desk. So he let them in and one officer asked for his ID, which was a trick to get Abbott away from his desk, where a button was placed to alert the police. During this time, the second guard came for shift and both were handcuffed to pipes and had duct tape wrapped around their heads, their hands, and their legs. Since some security was still up, the thieves triggered an alarm, which they quickly smashed. And then they proceeded to take as much art as they can. In the end, they took 13 pieces of artwork.
Interesting. As a forensic scientist, was there physical evidence of who the robbers were?
Yes, actually, in 2010, the FBI stated that they had DNA evidence of the criminals, but as of last year, 2017, the Boston Globe reported that the DNA evidence had gone missing.
Okay, everyone. We'll be back to a regular segment after this commercial.
Hey, have you ever heard of the JonBenét case? Well, neither have I. But starting today, with the brand new mystery trading cards, the JonBenét edition, we have all 8 suspects ranging from the mother, the father, the brother, and even the electrician guy. And then the one key evidence, which is the ransom letter, which, asked for $118,000 if they ever wanted to see their child again. And that child is JonBenét herself, the person who was actually murdered, a 6-year-old child who died in her basement. When the body was found, she had a fractured skull, was sexually assaulted, but she was actually strangled to death before any of that happened. You could get all these trading cards easily for 29 easy payments of $19.99. Still not hooked? Look at these happy customers.
Oh, I love this card. You see this Gary Oliva? He is a pedophile. And one of the theories is that he did the JonBenét murder case because they found a picture of her in his backpack.
You see, I like this card because I made this card, This is my card, I know they make a documentary. I was the reason of the documentary. He is the culprit, okay? He's the culprit.
So, like I said before, only 29 easy payments of $19.99 and plus shipping and handling. But you see, if you're not hooked into the JonBenét case, don't worry. There's more coming soon, like
Jack the Ripper,
the Zodiac Killer,
The Black Delilah.
and many more.
Welcome back. Now we'll be talking about theories. I think one of the criminals were a guy named Brian McDevitt because he committed a similar robbery in the 80s and he lived near the museum at the time.
I think it was gangster Bobby Donahue because he eyed the museum in the 1980s and he was seen in a club with a sack of police uniforms, and he visited a crime boss named Vincent Ferreira in prison and asked about robbery.
Now I'm kind of leading to your theory. To conclude this, we think that gangster Bobby Donahue took part in the crime of the Gardner Museum heist because Miles J. Connor Jr. stated that he and Donahue eyed the museum in the 1980s. He was also seen at the club with a sack of police uniforms, and he visited his crime boss, Vincent Ferreira, at prison, who asked about the robbery, and Donahue said he buried the stuff. Since the physical evidence was lost, this crime has remained unsolved. Thank you for watching.